Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy John Megacycle here. Yeah, it's that time. It's the end of another OpenTTD tournament, and this one was called The Birth of Industry. So let's go through the rules on this one. This is like our normal rules is the map size 512 by 512, 500k USD starting loan, 20 years in game, but everyone was given 2 weeks to play out those 20 years. So what I did was I spun up a server for all the players so they could play at whatever speed they want. If they want to knock it all in one day, do it. You want to do it over like 4 or 5 sessions, do it over 4 or 5 sessions. It worked out really well. The 2 weeks in real time, like real life time, works really well for us, and I think that plays pretty neatly. We had a new GRF added for increased terraforming costs. Do I have that here? Yeah, raise landscaping costs. Make that a little more expensive for some of the players. Or all the players, really. That was the standard on each of the servers. So let's go over the rules. This was the birth of industry. No industry on the map at all. None. You must fund each industry and transport to it. Highest company value and proof of transporting to and from each facility or each raw material to each factory wins. Banks are not included. So here's an example. Coal mine to a coal-fired power plant. That's one example. Iron ore to steel. Another example. Oil to a refinery. Another example. Forest to sawmill. Another example. So all those have to be done, and highest company value. So that's kind of what we're looking for with this one. We're going to go down the list. Where's my sheet? Where's my sheet? Here we go. Okay. Let's start off at 0. This is Cyber Psycho. And the tournament's already done. Doesn't matter if you see the passwords. Psychotic Transport. So Cyber Psycho and Psychotic Transport. Company value, 331 million. Holy craps. Let me jot that down. 331.1 million. Now, how come that's not working the way I expect it to? Hold on, we'll get there. Okay, 31.6 million. That's incredible. So I also got a recommendation from Cyber Psycho how to look this up. Is open up everyone's train menu, then group them by shared orders, then sort by total profit. So let's first of all verify that Cyber Psycho got everything transported. So we're just going to go down the list. Disable all. Coal mine, power plant. There's the power plant. Looking for the coal mine. Looking down, down, down. Looking for the coal mine. There it is. Okay. Coal mine, power plant. Done deal. Next is factory to farm. Actually, I forgot I could hover over these. Yep. That's a done deal. So instead of farm, also steel mill. That is connected. We'll go through the trains and we'll be a little more specific about it in a second. Forestry to sawmill. Yep, that looks good to me. Iron ore mine to steel mill. Boop, boop. Yep, I see that. And then oil refinery to any of the oil types. Yep, that looks good to me. Let's double check that. Oh, okay. Oh, he's actually enabled all his stuff. Oil refinery, oil drop. Oh, he named some of them. That's still cool, though. Okay, so I'm going to confirm that Cyber Psycho did transport all the materials needed to all the stuff. We did that. The goods are tons of money, so I'm hoping that got done. But, yeah, I'm not going to super worry about that. I also see some of the resources he did fund. Oil. Do I have music? Yeah, just something. Okay, good stuff. Okay, let's take his suggestion, because I want to see how this would work. Open up everyone's train menu. This is new for me. Group by shared orders. And then sort by total profit. Okay, let's go to the bottom and see what the big money... Holy crap! Oh, these are all the shared orders. Oh my god, I was like, is this all one train? What the heck? Okay. This didn't sort the way I thought. Last year, 6 million. Last year, 21. What is it? Profit... Oh, total profit last year. That's what I wanted. Okay. Okay, just background music, thanks. What is this? This is probably goods, right? Yeah. Heading for goods. So, yeah, you could easily see... pound for pound, goods are very good. Actually... Cyberpsycho did very well also in passenger. These are passenger trains. These are mail cars and passenger cars, aren't they? Yeah. He did very good with those. Very good. I wouldn't expect a lot of profit out of any of this other stuff. All the raw materials really are just a means to an end to get more goods and ship those goods all over the place. So now that we've grouped this up by this, let's see if we can find you on the map. So... let's see here. Non-stop to goods. There's a lot of stuff dropping off. A lot of stuff here. Farm. And this branches off into every which way. Siswich Waypoint to Siswich Transfer. Wow. Okay, let's crack open the map and take a look at what that is. So it's that. To the Waypoint. The waypoint, this is the exact same reason, or looks like the same how that we did for our multiple routes, is we throw a waypoint somewhere before it gets to its destination if you need to split the lines. And I'll show you a little bit better, like, because I know my run. I'll show you how that looks when we get to mine. But that works really neat. Thank you, Cyberpsycho, for the recommendation. Yeah, it's a pretty decent haul. How many trains are like, oh my god. You can see by the sheer saturation, Cyberpsycho's getting full use out of his trains. 100%. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So, we know the big money makers are goods. That's fairly no surprise. What is a surprise to me is how well passengers paid. Now, passengers are how we had to start this map. So that also not really a surprise. You need passengers to get everything going. But yeah, that worked out really well. I'm liking the sharing of the multiple paths here. Let's get rid of this map. This all comes here and it bifurcates. And then, yeah, this works out really well. With the signals that he's got set up, a train comes in, gets in, and then leaves the other way. And we've seen these switches before. They're very good. They're very good. Yep. That's going to bring all that raw stuff. Wait. Did I miss where this splits off? Maybe I did, because I hope it doesn't have to come all the way to there. Brendan Mines. Pending Stoke Common Mines. Oh! Feeder station? Transfer and leave empty. Yeah, so he's actually using this as its own feeder station. Anytime stuff is being transferred like that, so now this most likely ends all the way to the factory. Right? That goes all the way up. All the way up. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how that works. So instead of... So that's interesting. I've never done that before. What he's effectively doing is he's daisy chaining the routes. So for me, the way I've normally done stuff, and I'm using this from my experience, you'll see from my map, is I go from raw material to finished product. But what he's done, he's gone from raw, and then up there to the finished product. So that's very interesting. I like that. I'm always learning new stuff whenever I see anyone else's runs. That's what I really love about these tournaments, is like, I think I've lost every single tournament. I don't think there's a single one I got anywhere close to winning, and I don't care. This looks like a very nice clover leaf. Kind kind of a setup. Wow. Yeah, train comes down, goes round, comes over, and then up. Instead of what he normally does is he does this bridge intersection and the tunnel intersection. And he's done that in some parts. Just to ensure this up and down path is undisturbed. That's really freaking cool. I like that. Check out a few more intersections that he's got here. Man, I'm always impressed by just so much stuff. Okay, that comes to... Okay, so here's another loader. Grain and livestock are getting loaded up. Dumped off here. Picked up again. Dumped off... here. Without, like, digging into any of the rules, like, you can kind of get a good feel for what's going on. And then this is just goods trains all the way. Oh my god, so many trains. That's insane. That's insane. Oh my gosh. So much. Yeah, he made so much money out of that. Yeah. I'm sure they love him, right? Only makes sense. Outstanding. It only makes sense. Who wouldn't like Cyber Psycho? He's a decent dude. I like him. Yeah. Good guy. Good guy. Alright. I don't really have anything else to comment about this one. He met all the objectives with everything. I think this is another feeder station. Yeah, that goes to here. Yeah, that's really smart. That's really smart. And then it bifurcates here, so that way when a single train comes down the line, it'll choose which one, and then that splits off again into a double line. So that's really smart. I like that. Okay. Anything else? Massive cities. Let's go over the cities. Let's do that as well while we're in here. Sort by population. 27,000. Holy crap. Half of the buildings in here are parking garages. Aren't these parking garages? Or maybe arenas or something. Music, you're just killing it tonight. It's so loud. Alright, wow. World pop... Okay, so we're just gonna go for one city, 27k. That's incredible. Okay, I'm going to say this is a done deal by Cyber Psycho. Very well done. No other complaints? No, I didn't have any complaints anyway. No feedback. Really neat to see the feeder stations. Here's another one. So this loads up and dumps off right here. It's really smart. Let's see the industry directory so we can see on production. So I want to sort by production. Bunches of goods. Yep, that makes sense. 17 steel. Yep, that makes sense. Goods. That makes sense. 225 tons of grain. Almost 200 tons of livestock. 300 tons. Wow. Lots of iron ore. That's nuts. And then it kind of peters down from there. Very impressive. Very freaking impressive. Okay. That's Cyber Psycho's run. Very well done. Next is this guy. Cinder Elm Creek. Let's check out them. Nant Grove Rivers Transport. 171 million. That's very good as well. Holy craps. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let's take a look at the map. Let's make sure everything gets done and connected first. We're going to disable... Oh, actually, I already see it. No coal mine, no power plant. No steel mill. No iron ore mine. Unfortunately, Cinder Elm Creek is disqualified for not completing the Birth of Industry requirement. However, 171 million is still a fair amount of coin. That's still really impressive. So let's go through the steps. Let's go through everything. Let's do what we were doing before. So this, shared orders, total profit last year. Do all these trains have different orders? Is that what that means? Shared orders. Huh. That's interesting. So what's the difference between this guy and this guy? And they're the same train. The orders are the same. Is the train the same? It looks like either the Tim or the Asia Star. Tim. Huh. I wonder why it's not grouping the way I would have expected it to. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. That's usually the case. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. So let's try this again. Group by, none. Yeah, so group by, shared orders. Oh, I know why. I know why. These trains were clones of each other, but were not shared orders. So yeah, if I click on this, what we should see is shared orders at the bottom. Let me confirm my suspicions real quick. Let's go back to Cyber Psycho's map. And what I bet you will see is all of his stuff is literally shared orders. Yep, I bet you that's the deal. If I click on you, it should say end of shared orders. Yep. Okay, so that's why that isn't grouping up so nicely. So, okay. So it's not going to work super well for Cinder, but I still want to go through their map. Everyone deserves a little bit of the spotlight, right? So we'd have to extrapolate. Let's see here. Group by, none, sort by. You can't sort by cargo. Total capacity by cargo type maybe would work. So that would group all the forestry stuff together, and then we could add all the math from last year or something. Yeah, it says last year. So that would work. Just cycling through, passengers seem like a real ticket winner here. Actually, this is a mail car, isn't it? Yeah. Wow, even mail's pulling good numbers. Mail, passengers, yeah, that's not too shabby. That's not too shabby at all. Any goods? Yeah, I'm sure these are all goods trains. Yep. Okay. Not too shabby at all. Yeah, let's take a look at the map as it is. Let's take a look at some of the intersections, some of the stops. Oh my. Now look at this. This is something I tried to do on my run, but I think Cinder Elm Creek really nailed this. Holy crap. Okay, so trains come either from the north to here or the south to here, and then this is where they're taking the final product? Okay, I got lost. I got lost. Hold on, let's start over. Yeah, tons and tons of goods ready to go. So, okay, let's grab you. Let's grab a train, and let's take a look. Nat Grove Rivers, where are you? Okay, this is a beautiful station over here. So then, yeah, it intersects probably here. Very beautiful interchange as well. Man, everyone does such good work on the interchanges. I love it. And then back here, one more look at this thing. So oil's coming in. Wood and steel, I get. Well, not steel, but all the farming goods are coming in, right? We've got a couple of farms. We've got 4 farms. Yep. All of them are connected. Very nice. How are they connected? Okay, a little bit of expansion there. I'm not seeing any feeder stations, which isn't a bad thing. You can kind of take or leave it. I'm sure there's a lot of players that feel very strongly about one or the other. According to the statistics that I've read on the wiki, feeder stations help because of something that I brought up in my run, is you keep asking the station over and over and over and over and over again, do you have stuff? Do you have stuff? Do you have stuff? And as you're doing that, you're forcing it to roll the dice at the end of the month, and hopefully you'll get a higher roll. You can get a negative roll based on nothing you did wrong. It can happen. Now this is cool, a little Y junction here. Instead of bringing it in and then coming out a different path, I like this little Y junction. That looks really good. If you've only got like one or two, well, this would only work for one train. Any more trains, it would be a problem. But for one train, it's perfect. Yeah. That looks good. Let's take a look at city. City, town directory, sorted by pop. 10,000. Still plenty of good growth here. Cities don't start at 10,000, I don't think. Yeah, everything that's gotten a good growth has been at the hands. At the hands of the players. Yeah, that looks really good. Solid. Solid stuff. Okay. I don't really have anything else to add. Let's check a couple of these connection points. This looks so chaotic and crazy. I don't see anything wrong with it. Like, I think that would work just fine. Train comes in. Train leaves. This is the main spine out. Train can come this way and down. Comes this way and down. Comes this way and up. It all checks out. Like, this all works nice. Yeah. Yeah. Let's check a few more intersections. We already checked that one. Now, I'm seeing a lot more players do this as well. The tunnel instead of the bridge. I prefer bridges. I don't know if that's just a me thing. Especially with the extra landscaping cost. I thought tunnels would cost way too much kashish. But that works out fine. Yeah, little bus routes here and there. Very cool. Yeah. More bus routes there. Bus routes there. Also truck routes for mail, I would guess. Where's the station? There it is. Yep, passengers and mail. Nice. Actually, I thought you needed a truck station. I thought you needed a truck station for mail to be transported. I learned something new. A regular passenger station will do mail. Nice. And then, of course, 500. Yeah, that works out well. 500 people, 450 waiting. Yeah. Awesome. Very well done, Cinder Elm Creek. Again, unfortunately, did not qualify because did not create all the industries. Unfortunate, but I've got them down for the 171 million. Very good work. Awesome stuff. Okay, what is next? A bunch of our players didn't make it to this time, which is totally fine. A lot of people had a lot of things going on. So, yeah. Let's see. This is... I'm going to mispronounce this player's name, and I apologize, but Spausio? S-P-A-W-C-I-U? Spausio? Corp Transport. Let's see what they ended up with. 248.5 million. Impressive. Let's take a look at the map. I do see at least one of everything. Let's scroll. Wow, their cities went ape crap. Okay, I already see coal, power, factory, farm, forest. Where's that sawmill, son? There it is, sawmill. So everyone, it seems like everyone had an average idea so far to throw all their producers in the corner. I get that. Steel mill, iron ore, farm, factory. I think that covers everything. Oh, oil. Yeah, oil refinery right there. Okay, so let's do a little bit of looking around. Let's do the shared orders. Group by shared orders. Sort by total profit last year. Roll all the way to the top because I have it sorted the other way. Passengers. Again, being really big winners on this one. This is really interesting. I did not expect so much being passenger run. So what's your big ticket route? Let's take a gander. Finley Woods. Holy crap. And Nat Grove Rivers Valley. Wow. Look at all that sprawl. That is nuts. How many people you got waiting? Bags of mail. Okay, that makes sense with how many trains you got going on. And bags of mail. Yep. Okay, fair enough. Let's do a quick look at the town directory. Sort by population. 43,000. Insane. Yeah, Finney. That's insane. No more words. Just insane. Lenthwell, Lewis Ditch, Seastable, Burning. Yeah, all these. Oh, wow. Some of them are actually starting to merge a bit. Very impressive. Very freaking impressive. Okay. It looks like this player went through and put all of their goods producers on different areas of the map. So, oil refinery, sawmill, factory. The steel mill is actually really close. Lots of trucks. That's cool to see. Lots of trucks. Now, I tried this setup one time, and it felt like it was just too blocking for me. I'll have to watch some of the playthroughs that get submitted to YouTube, so I have them, put them in a playlist and such. That'd be really cool to see how this all works. But this is the goods line, I'm sure of it. Yep. And where are you going? C-Switch? How far is that of a drive? Really decent drive, yeah. Really decent drive. I like it. I like it. I want to see this oil. How's this oil doing? Dropping stuff off. Dropping stuff off. Okay. One ways except where there's shared line. It's an interesting take. I like it. But this separates all the trucks really neatly. Yep. Tons of goods. And this is the oil stuff's coming through. Really small trains. Maybe it's close by. Where is the raw material? It's not close by at all. Interesting. How many trains are here, though? That's actually the other take, is if it's small capacity. 2, 4... Oh, and there's some big ones in there. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, if it's only 4 trains, the distance must be really, really short. But it is not. Also, yeah, it's producing all right. A couple of those big boys would have handled that very neatly. For sure. I am blown away by the size of these cities. This is ridiculous. What was I saying before? Insane? It's insane. Mochester City is the only city that didn't get very far. But we can kind of see that they took a bit of effort and built out some of the roads for them. At least that's how I'm understanding this. The city layout is a 3x3 grid. So what you can do is you can go ahead and you can start building roads for the city ahead of time. And that saves the city a lot of effort. Whenever it decides to expand, it has to decide whether or not it wants to build roads instead, or if it has to. I don't know the real logic, but the idea is you're saving cycles for the actual city. Instead of it building its own roads, you build it out for it. Roads are stupidly cheap. They're inconsequential in cost. Am I saying that right? They're cheap, is the point. So you can go ahead and you can build out a bunch of roads already for it. So the city's just concentrating on expansion. That's it. Yeah, lots of 2,600. Wow, how many people are in this city? A fifth of the city, 1/6 of the city is waiting for passenger transport. Okay, I was like, tell me there's some passenger trains on this route, or that would be very awkward. I can't even tell you where the station is. Yep, that's incredible. And then how much coverage is that? Oh, didn't expand more on that, but still probably didn't have to. If there's that many passengers waiting, woof. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's take a look. Because I think I see something that the same thing I saw in Cyber Psycho's run. The daisy chaining of stations. Yep, same thing here. This is going to be picking up, and this is the main station. So these trains are definitely going to be transfer and drop off kind of a thing. Yep, absolutely. And it said there were 4 trains on the docket. I saw 1, 2, 3, 4. You're empty. Go non-stop. Ah, no full load waiting. That's an interesting thing as well. I wonder if that matters. How much is the growth here? 128 tons of wood? That's not bad. Oh, I forgot to do the industry directory for the other players. Sort by production, goods. I'm not counting goods. That's high wood. That's really good. Good farm, good coal. Another good forest. Very impressive. Very impressive for sure. Okay, I got them down for, what was it, 248 million? 248 million, yeah. Awesome. Awesome. I'm blushing because I'm learning so much, and this is stuff I should have known. I played this game when I was a wee lad, and I use that like as a crutch, like, well, now I'm just old and I don't remember stuff, and there's so much new things to learn, so many new things to learn. It's very, very cool. Lewis Ditch, yeah, these cities again, starting to smooch a little bit. Very good stuff. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add. A lot of the feeder stations are cool. Oh, let's see some of these intersections. Now that is impressive. I never can think that far ahead. So seeing something like this either meant a ton of planning up front or a really good coordination on trying to get things working. See, I also always remerge to the main line as quickly as I can, but seeing this breaking off early, I don't know, I think that's really cool. Yeah. Let's take a map for congestion's sake. Oh yeah. So much train. I'm amazed anything got done. Wow, well that is one way to consistently ask for new materials and new supply. Right? That works out pretty well, I would say. That's freaking nuts. That is freaking, this looks like an absolute mess. I like that the train is like the main focal point of this and not like off to the side. I like that. I do. And then these are like the branch points right here. So this is probably a bridge that was built by a player, because I don't think the AI builds these kinds. These kinds, yes. And these kinds, yes. You can see like here. That's one that was built by the player, or by the city. The city builds this stuff and this stuff, right? There we go. Another little town hook in. Very nice. Oh, this is actually 3 cities. Dang. Okay. Good deal. Nothing else to add. That wraps that up really nicely. Let's go back to our other player, Cinder Elm Creek. And I want to do a look at their industry production level. I know they didn't qualify, but I want to at least give everyone a fair shake. So industry, no, not industry chains, industry directory. All produced, or by production. Goods, I don't check. Goods don't really... 468 tons of wood? Holy crap! That's yeah, I know I'm tired. Everything's insane. That's a dumpster amount of wood. That's a very good farm. That's another very good farm. Average farm. That's a not bad farm. Oil rigs, I would expect to have those high numbers, yeah. 468 tons of wood, wow. One of two things happened. Either they got a very good roll and it started like a really high number, so it didn't take long for it to get there, or they worked through the teeth to get that far. Yeah. Crazy sauce. Okay, who is next? We did that one. J-Megs. It's a me, the J-Megs. I did not do nearly as well as everyone else, so don't get too excited. 110 million? Yep, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. So, let's... Oh, the sort orders aren't going to work for me either, I don't think. Well, it's going to work a little bit. The goods one, yeah. Aside from that, it's not going to really matter all too much. So I do have a couple of highlights I wanted to share. I tried a couple of things. Let's open up the huge map. Let's do a check for validity. I got 1 coal, 1 power, 1 factory, 4 farm, 4 forest, 2 iron ore, 1 refinery, 1 rig, 1 wells, 1 sawmill, 1 steel mill. And trust me, it's all connected. I painfully connected all this stuff. So I tried to do something similar to what we've seen other players do by grouping up their production factories. So raw materials, raw materials, raw materials, raw materials, goods. And how many goods trains did I have? Oh, this also had a little livestock action. So a lot of goods trains. My goods trains went all the way from Burning Bay Bridge east to Burnham Wood. So I went as far as I possibly could with them goods. So from here all the way to there. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. My congestion was not nearly as bad as others. I'm always really hesitant to go too ham on my trains. I really should. I mean, that's if there's any takeaway, that seems to be it. Let's take a look at city growth. My city growth was nowhere near at all what everyone else had. Yeah, Lathway Ridge or Springs was my biggin that ate Pastable Park. And it turned out pretty well. I was really happy with it. Again, not anywhere near some of the numbers everyone else had, but I was still pretty happy with it. There's my top 3. In terms of industry directory, let's take a look at the production. Again, we're not looking at goods or steel. So we got 144 tons of grain, 162 liters of oil, 162 tons of iron ore, and then it kind of wafts down a little bit. I actually had some real problems with some of my connections, even if 100% transported. But we can take a look at some of the loading stations I tried. This is a feeder station I tried. I'm just going to admit it. 100%, I'm up front. Cyber Psycho, I saw this with one of his designs, and I liked it, and I wanted to give it a try. And I thought it worked out pretty well. You'll see some of the other stations that I tried, and I think I like some of the other stuff better. But this was a really neat take. So pick up all the materials, dump off the materials, and then the trains. And then, similar to Cyber Psycho, the way they did theirs, I did waypoints to differentiate livestock versus grain. So they each could get a chunk of the station without any extra congestion. Now, the funny thing is the production on this farm tanked terribly. And I still, for the life of me, don't know why. But it was terrible. So I set up a lot of infrastructure for it, and it tanked terribly. That's all I gotta say. Here's another one I tried for trucks. Same thing on the farm. Another one for a managed forest. Now, some of these other places, I actually tried train loading. So here's one. I built a similar station with using just trains instead of trucks. I don't know what the big benefit is, if trucks are the premier way to do it or not, but this is how I did it, but it's the same thing. Load, unload, boom, 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 boom. And then this is our main thing, shoveling stuff all the way back. Same thing with the 2 waypoints to differentiate, to bifurcate and break this down into 2 separate stations, even though they're the same station. So that worked out pretty well. Let's see here. Yeah, I did not concentrate nearly on city production as much as some did. So let's just go over all the goods. The factory and the oil refinery are here, as you can see. I feel like I've heard this song like 6 times now. There we go, good stuff. It's driving me nuts. So there's the two goods producers. Sawmill is here. Really uninspired design, I have to admit. I did admit when I streamed this, I was exhausted. But it worked out pretty well. We've already checked out that. Where's the oil at? Oh yeah, right there. So I brought oil from all the way from here. Just load it up, send it out. Worked out pretty well. The oil derricks seem to degrade as they would normally. They don't degrade on the desert map, if I recall, but they will degrade here in the temperate map. So realistically, I don't really have a whole lot to say about my run. I got all the stuff. 101 million, 110 million. I'm just pretty darn happy with that. I really need to ramp up my volume game. There's a lot of stuff that other folks really ramp up a lot faster and harder than I do. This is probably my most complex intersection, which had no planning. It was 100% derived by the cost of terrain modification, and I was like, just go, 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 go. I didn't think any of this through at all. Same thing here. I remember building this, and I was like, I'll just link it up to here, no problem. And I'm like, ugh, there's got to be some flat land. And then I came all the way up here and linked it, and I was like, just forget it. I can't handle it. Let's see. I don't think I have any other like really cool intersections to share. This one again, really, really simple. Nothing really fancy to share on that. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else really to show off. I was really happy with my run, like I said. I could have done better. Lots of room for improvement, which I like to say and I like to see, especially in the other runners. I'm always learning so much. It's crazy. Okay. That wraps up that for me. Was that the last contestant? Nope, one more. Bo Gus. Of course. How could I forget Bo Gus? Boop. Command prompt. Excellent. Let's go ahead and check out total damages. 221 million. Okay. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Let's go through the industry. Nope, not that. This. And this. Okay, I see almost 2 of everything, and they actually did the bank. Oh, thanks, John. Aw. You're welcome, buddy. That's great. That's great. Okay. Let's just verify connections. Coal to power. Coal to a bunch of coal. Wow. Okay. Manage to factory. Manage to factory. I want to better understand why they're built so close together like that. Iron ore steel mill. Bank right here. I'm guessing the bank's right there. Oil. I think that covers everything. Okay, let's dive right into this. Oh, let's do city value and production, and then we'll get into the meat of it. Yep, more similar to me, to my run in terms of city size and stuff. Dang, I like seeing that the big passenger stations. That's cool. Many of the other runners that we've seen so far have only had like one station. This looks really freaking cool. Bought all the property around to prevent growth? Yeah. Bo Gus owns all the junction points. No more roads can be built. They actually limited city growth. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Now, what might happen, there might be some logic behind that, and I'm willing to speculate. The speculation I have is the city needs roads in order to build houses, right? So they build roads. Then they build houses. I wonder what happens if you block them in like this and there's already maximum houses, if they force themselves to density up. So now all these little houses turn into office buildings, right? Or theaters, or art complexes, or whatever. They start to rank up, so to speak. I wonder if that's the logic. I don't know, honestly. They actually went with the airports too. Interesting. This is a fascinating run. Yeah, blocked them in again. So what's the coverage? Just about everything except for the connections out here. I'm sure there's there's one bus just bebopping back and forth. Cool stuff. Huh. I really want to discuss that logic, because there's got to be something to it, right? Or there's no reason There's no reason to not let the city go crazy, but if I had to guess, like, I would totally believe it if somebody told me that. And they're like, oh yeah, you lock them in. Then they're stuck, and they got a density up. I could see that. Check out some of these intersections. Okay, a pull-off for, maintenance stuff, yeah. We only have 5 songs. No. Oh my god. Sorry for the interruption. It's just driving me crazy. The ding 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 ding. It's... Ugh. Okay. I like this. If I would have used something like this in my game, I think this would have been a lot cleaner, because what was happening was... let me see if I can remember. My lumberyard, I had goods trains taking the wrong path so they could actually go to a maintenance depot. There was no need for that to happen. So I should actually really be putting more maintenance depots or maintenance depots in the middle, because that would have saved all that headache. So I like the look of that. Especially considering this is a passenger run. Makes sense to just put it in the middle, I guess. Can't really hurt too much. But we also have this here. Oh, this is literally just for buying new trains, I think. I don't think a train can come in and then come out safely. Oh, yes, well... No, because of this signal, it can't come up in here. I think. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. Either way, I like the design so far. So let's talk about why these are all next to each other. How does this work? How do you function, my lad? Oh, good God. Okay, right. I forgot. Bogus has a very strong understanding on how the orders work, and I don't. Go non-stop to Overhaven Heights. Yes, we're already here. Congratulations. Jump to Order 6 when load percentage is equal to 0. Okay, so you don't have anything. When you have nothing, go to Breedenhand Valley, full load cargo. Go here. We're not going to jump. We're going to full load any cargo. Go to Breedenhand Valley. Go to 3 when load percentage is 0. Holy crap, man. Okay. Nope, that's even harder for me to read. Okay, let's try this again. Over to Heaven Heights. Jump to Order 6 when load percentage is 0. So you're arriving empty. You're not loading. Go to Overhead Heights. We'll load any cargo. Oh my gosh. I'm sure a very smart individual can look at this and be like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Unfortunately, I am sleep deprived. And I'm also dumb. I'll try one more time. Go here. Jump to Order 6 when load percentage is equal to 0. So what do you have right now? Load percentage is 0. Okay, so you've arrived here. Go to 6. 6 is go to Breedenhand Valley. Full load any cargo. Okay, so you're going to wait here. And you're full. So now we go non-stop to here. Now you're full, though. So we're not going to jump. We're not going to go anywhere. Go here, full load. Go to here. Jump to Order 3 when load percentage is equal to 0. Okay. Yep, I'm not smart enough. I was wondering if there's like 1 or 2 trains that are bouncing in between each item. So you're loading here in Brindhead Valley, and then you're unloading in Overhead and Woods. Nope, Heights and Heights. Okay, yep, I don't understand, and that's okay. I'm not really too sure the logic behind that. If I'm going to be honest, I don't think I understand how that works. This is most likely dropping off goods, though. Yes, it is. So goods are coming from there to there. That seems easy enough for me to grasp. The signals are pushing them one way or the other, so it's right-hand drive. That much I can follow. Oh, man. It's almost like I have a good grasp of algebra, and I'm looking at someone is throwing trigonometry out, and it's like, when did they start putting like letters and stuff in there? Which is funny because that's what algebra is, but whatever. Another locked up place. Yeah, we already saw that before. Beadstow, yeah, locked up, real nice. I'm going to put money, and I'm going to say my assumption is correct, but without reading the wiki, I have no idea. So you got trucks and you've got trains. What are these trucks carrying? Goods. Oh, okay. Then how are you harvesting the wood? Oh, is this going to be another... Yes, okay. Just going to delete that. Not going to read it. So a train is either deciding to load there or load there. Oh, hold on. I think I understand it now. A train is going to go and load at this station. If it does, it dumps off here. If it loads from this station lumber, it dumps it off here. Okay, I think I understand without looking at any more of the code. Maybe it forces a train that cannot be refit, that can only take wood. It's attempting to use the train both ways. And then the trucks are responsible for dumping off goods. There's no other goods screwing around. It's all just lumber. So the same train is used for bi-directional transport. Whew, I don't know if I got it. Bogus is going to have to learn me a knowledge, because I am not sure if I got that right. That is something I could see being the thing, though. I could see that being the logic. So it goes to a station. If there's nothing to load or there's not enough, it goes to the other one in full loads. And then it bounces back and forth. I have no idea. I'm going to guess that's the thing. So similar thing here, or maybe? Or in factory, yeah. So then these other routes are just goods routes. Yep, goods routes. That's effectively a feeder, yeah. Okay, so these goods trains probably actually make a fair amount of coin. Even though they're going a really short distance. Like, this should not net 103,000 or whatever. What was the last? That's last year. I wish I could see the last run. The last drop, but that's okay. Okay. I realize these are powers beyond my knowledge and understanding, and I will tip my hat, and that's all that's going to be said about that. And then, of course, we should talk about the bank. These are truck routes, armored trucks. 15 bags of monies. And they just run it up. Yeah, how much you guys make in a year? Profit 3,000? Doesn't seem all too much. Wait, when did you get built? Age 5 years. Value, profit last year 7,000. Yeah. Not too much, but that's okay. Seems like a pretty good distance, though. Seems like a pretty good distance. Okay, I don't really have anything else to say, I don't think. All the boxes have been checked. Seen some very unique building styles with this one. Because they limited their cities willingly, I do withdraw what I said before of like, oh yeah, we're actually pretty close. Nope. Not even close. Bogus has shown a very interesting game style, and it's very impressive. I like that. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I think that was our last player. Oh, production? Did we go through production? Industry directory? I forgot. We'll do it again anyway. 333 tons of coal. 306,000 liters of oil. Wow. Tons of coal. Wood. Yeah, the rest of these are fairly mediocre. But you got some really good production going on with some of these. What kinds of trains are coming into this guy? Regular big, these Tims or Asia Stars? Asia Stars, yeah. Yeah, very impressive. So this is acting as a feeder station for this. Oh, actually, how does this work? You must be coming back? No, you're leaving. Huh, interesting. Do the trains leave empty or transfer? Transfer and leave empty. So transferring most likely doesn't sell it to the power plant. There must be another power plant at the end of this? Yeah, there is. Okay. Oh, it's the same deal. Here's another coal mine, and it's going to be transferred all the way back. That's still a lot of coal. Dang, son. Dang. Okay. Yep, I got nothing else to add. Very well done. Let's go ahead and wrap up Bo Gus. And I think that was the last player for the tournament. Indeed it was. Okay, we got 5 participants. Let's go ahead and read through all the numbers real quick. At the very tippity top was Cyber Psycho with 331.6 million. Spoushu, I'm sorry I'm mispronouncing the name, 248.5 million. Bo Gus in 221.1 million. John Megacycle at 110.4 million. And Cinder Elm Creek, even though had more money and company value at 171.1 million, did not qualify as they did not transport coal. So that's actually all I have for this video. Congratulations to Cyber Psycho for their completion of being the bringer of the birth of industry. Yeah, thanks again for joining me. My name's John Megacycle, and if you're interested in joining any of these tournaments, feel free and click on the link below in the YouTube description and join the Megacycle Entertainment Discord. That's where I host and coordinate all of these tournaments. Yeah, thanks again for checking it out, and I hope to catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.